Uncletale proudly presents the Hippo and the Reflection in the water on a quiet morning. With soft sunlight piercing through a thin mist by the pond, a little hippo named Bobo woke up early. He walked to the clear water that mirrored Thesky like a sheet of glass. As he bent down to drink, he suddenly noticed his own reflection. The reflection stared back, calm and still, as if it wanted to say something, but it made no sound. Bobo looked into those eyes for a long time. "Who? Am I really?" he whispered, but the reflection only mimicked his every move, remaining silent. Something stirred deep within Bobo, his heart, a feeling that something important was missing. Maybe someone else out there knows the answer, so he decided to set off on a journey to discover the meaning of me. After traveling along the forest paths, Bobo arrived at a giant tree deep in the woods, where an old wise owl lived. The owl was known for his knowledge and wisdom. "Excuse me, Mr. Owl, I want to know who am I?" Bobo asked earnestly. The owl opened his eyes slowly and smiled. "You are a being who is asking a question, and that's the beginning of truly knowing yourself." Bobo frowned slightly. "But I want a real answer, not another question." The owl gently shook his head. "You must listen to your own heart. The real answer lies within, not from others." Bobo didn't understand it all, but he listened carefully and continued on his path. Holding on to hope, Bobo ventured further into a dense part of the jungle full of tangled vines and the scent of danger. There, he found a majestic tiger resting beside a cool stream. "Mr. Tiger, sir, who am I?" Bobo asked respectfully. The tiger opened one eye and chuckled. "I'm a hunter. I have strength. I have claws. I have a roar. That's what I am. Maybe you are what you do best. Look closely. You might find your answer in your own abilities." Bobo nodded but looked uncertain. "But what if I'm not good at anything?" he asked softly. The tiger said nothing. He simply closed. "He is ice again." Bobo walked away quietly, carrying yet another question. As he walked past a still wetland, Bobo met an old tortoise, slowly crawling along the shore. The tortoise's face was full, wrinkles scarved by time. "Excuse me, Mr. Tortoise, who am I really?" The tortoise stopped and looked up slowly. "I once asked that question for many years. And did you find the answer?" Bobo asked with hope. "I used to seek it in others' words, but no one could tell me. One day, I sat still and listened to the wind, the water, and my own heartbeat. And then I understood we are what lives quietly inside us. Our thoughts, our peace, and our being. Without comparison." Bobo sat down beside him and closed his eyes. For the first time, he felt like silence itself might hold an answer. Bobo finally returned to the pond where his journey began. He sat on the bank. His shadow was still there, unchanged. He looked into the water again. This time, he didn't ask anything. His heart was no longer restless. "I've walked so far, yet the answer I sought may have been right here all along." Bobo smiled gently. The reflection smiled back, because it was simply a mirror of his peaceful heart. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath, listening to the wind, the leaves, and the gentle ripples in the pond. "I am the journey itself. Every step, every thought, every feeling I have lived through. I am not just the shadow. I am the one who sees it, feels it, and grows from it." That day, Bobo didn't return with one simple answer, but he returned with peace in his heart and a quiet smile that whispered he had begun to truly know himself. Sometimes, the journey to find answers doesn't take us far from where we started. It simply brings us closer to our own heart.